अस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।
ये पानी भी है ना?
या
ठीक से ले रहे हैं।
हाँ, दे सकते हो।
see, the essential teaching of Vedanta is to show that you are what you are seeking. You are seeking to be immortal. You are that already. Sat. You want to know everything. You are that Chit. You want to be happy. You are that Ananda. And this is the definition for Brahmaji also. Brahman. So you are that Brahman. Tatvamasi. What you are seeking is yourself. So you don't have to get anything from outside. You only have to know yourself, because today you are mixed up with all things that are not real, that are not yourself. Names, forms, actions. So know yourself. Through knowledge of one's own being, he finds that all his challenges, worries, anxieties, problems, calamities, all of them were only projections of his own mind. There are two people simultaneously projecting. One the individual, the other God. The individual is a projection of God. God consciously projects. God consciously projects. So he is not bound by what he projects. But we are not conscious of the projection. We are not aware that the world is only my projection. So the Shastras say, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva na Aparaha. There is only one truth. Truth can only be one. If there is more than one, it cannot be truth. There is only one truth, and all the appearances are only appearances of the truth. The units of that appearance, Jiva also is that Brahman. So you are that Brahman. You are that Brahman. Then what happens? All my problems are dissolved. Because I was thinking I am this individual. As an individual, I have several things to worry. Insecurity, mainly. Fears. Worst is fear. Not even challenges, not even crisis. Fear. Fear is the worst thing. Tragedies, calamities, all are my mind. All are my mind. So, Shastra says, this creation of yours, you are the creator and you are the created. You are the creator, you are the created. This is true in the case of God also. He is Srashta and he is Srishti. He is the creator, Srashta. He is the created, Srishti. There is nothing other than him, and you are that, therefore nothing other than you. This concept of multiplicity, duality, plurality, when is transcended, means when you understand that's all a projection, you enjoy immortality, bliss, and omniscience, all knowledge. These truths are put in Mahavakyas. A Vakya is a sentence that has some utility, some meaning. A few words cannot become a Vakya. Only when there is a meaning, utility, it becomes a Vakya. And if there is a Vakya which gives maximum utility, maximum benefit, maximum knowledge, that is called a Mahavakya. What is the Mahavakya? Mahavakya is that which shows the identity between the individual and the omnipotent, omniscient, all-pervading, immortal, blissful Lord. You are that. Brahma, Atma, Eka Lakshanam. Bhagavatam says. Vedanta Saram. Brahma, Atma, Eka Lakshanam. You are that Brahman, what you are seeking. Therefore, doing things and solving problems is not enough. One problem leads to another problem. One solution leads to another problem. It goes on, goes on, goes on. Knowing yourself to be one only. Where there is one, there is no fear. Dvayat bhavati bhayam. Where there is a second one, fear comes. Where you are alone, there is no fear. So it is knowledge that can remove your fear, imperfections. I am a sinner. I did this thing wrong. I did this error. I did this blunder. I destroyed some. All that belongs to the individual, jiva. When you wake up, you understand they all belong to your dream. They all belong to your dream. No government in the entire world can punish a person for the murder he did it in a dream. I have murdered 100 people in my dream. I cannot be punished. There is no law. So when you wake up to the reality, all your guilt, I did this, I did that, I missed this, all end. Fears end, guilt end, challenges end, crisis end. So you need not run for things to make yourself perfect. And all things put together, what you have earned, can never make you perfect. because number of imperfect things cannot make one perfect. And if one is perfect, he can never become imperfect. And you are that perfection, and therefore only knowledge can help you. This knowledge is called Upanishad. The Upanishad that you study, that you hear, is the secondary Upanishad. The real Upanishad is your own self. Is your own self. So the Mahavakyas are the essence of the Upanishads, the great sentences. There are many, whatever shows Jiva, Brahma, Aikyam, that's a Mahavakya. There are many, but primarily they have taken 4 from 4 Vedas. Prajnanam Brahma is Aittiriyopanishad, Rukveda. This Mahavakya says consciousness is Brahma. Consciousness is Brahma. This Mahavakya is said to be definition of Brahman. Nirdeshya Vakya. Then how do I know it in transactional world? I am Atma Brahma. The entire essence of this transactional world is Brahman. I am Atma Brahman. That is a connecting link between you and the Brahman to understand. Bridge. Anusandhana Vakya, that is in Mandukya Upanishad, Adharvana Veda. Okay, you said Prajnanam Brahma. I could not connect. Now you say I am Atma Brahma. A vague connection, but really I can't feel it. Tattvamasi, you are that. Oh, Tattvamasi, you are that. This Mahavakya is Chandogya Upanishad. How can I be that? That Brahman is all powerful, all knowing, is there everywhere. I am limited. I am mortal. My knowledge is limited. How can I be that? Then they give a technique says, you remove all the variables. What remains is you, and Brahman is the same. A bubble is small in dimension, and its life is also small. But compared to that, a wave is larger. Its longevity is larger. Compared to that, ocean is larger, and its longevity is also larger. Right? Now, what makes the difference between a ocean, wave, and a bubble? A name and a form. Remove the name and a form, the essence in the bubble, the essence in the wave, the essence in the ocean is water. Remove the differences in you and Brahman, your concept of Brahman, God, your concept of God, Ishvara. What remains is that Brahman. Gurudev gives an example. I had a classmate in Chennai, and because we were two close friends, I was always referring about him to my wife. My wife is also imaginary, right? Because I'm not married. Okay. Anyway, I was always talking about him, referring about him to my wife, because he was my best friend. And one particular day, we were in Delhi, me and my wife and children, and I met Mr. Gupta, whom I used to, who was my classmate in Chennai. In classmate, my friend Gupta was a student number 1, bachelor number 2. He is a middle class man number 3. In Delhi, when we met him, he is married. He is married. He is an officer, chief secretary, very powerful, very rich, very powerful, very rich. So when I told my wife, that Gupta is this Gupta, that Gupta about whom I used to talk in Chennai, my classmate, bachelor, middle class man, unemployed, is this Gupta in Delhi, who is the chief secretary, rich and powerful. So now that Gupta is this Gupta, there should be some connection. Gupta is common, that and this are the various conditions on Gupta. Remove them, what remains is Gupta. That is how you have to understand Tattvamasi, you are that. And when you do the analysis, you understand and you cry in joy like Archimedes cried, Eureka, Eureka, Eureka. You will cry, oh, I am that Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi Mahavakya comes in Yajurveda, which is in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, we are studying. So, I repeat, 4 Mahavakyas. Mahavakya is that which gives your identity with God. They are 4 in number. There are many. 4 have been taken from 4 Vedas. From Rigveda, Prajnanam Brahma. From Rigveda, Prajnanam Brahma. And it is in Aitreya Upanishad. From Atharvana Veda, Mandukya Upanishad, Ayamatma Brahma. From Samaveda, Chandogya Upanishad, Tattvamasi. From Yajurveda, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Aham Brahmasmi. So this is all the subject matter of Vedas, to reveal the identity between you and God. Since it's a difficult concept, especially for people whose mind is always in material world and material success, they are not available to understand this. Therefore, the rishis, very compassionate, take us from where we are, from the known to the unknown. From the known to the unknown. I tell you, I had a friend Bullodu. You ask me who is Bullodu? He is Yeraya's son. You do not know Bullodu, you do not know Yeraya, how will you get the answer? So, the unknown has to be explained in terms of the known. Therefore, the Vedas, the Upanishad, talk to us about the creation. When they talk about the creation and the Upasanas rituals, it is not to prove them, it is to prove that they are all imaginations, they are not real. The whole purpose is that. The entire creation, all rituals, all upasanas, they are all finite, has no substance. But through them you understand Brahman. So it starts with the creation. Brahman becomes Ishvara, wishing to create. Then creation needs a mind. He taps the mind, and total mind is Hiranyagarbha. Then you need a form to transact. Form is created, that's the individual. Total individuality, totality is called Virat. These are all the same one, taking many names, many forms, many roles. And this is also, for us to understand, they take us the path of evolution, how the world has come. The path of evolution. How did it come? They say first it came through the elements like fire, water, air, akasha, earth, and all that. From that, this has come. Right? And then they will make you understand that all these are also imagined, because there are two ways of explaining God and the world. From God came Akasha, from Akasha came Vayu, from Vayu came fire, from fire came water, from water came earth. Now, if something has come from God, Akasha, Vayu, fire, water, earth, has to be God, because from gold, iron cannot come. From gold, gold alone can come. Right? This is one way of explaining. Then they take you from where you are. You are this body, what you see. But that body cannot act. How are you acting? Because of the various physiological functions, prana. Prana cannot think. Prana cannot emote. Yes, body, you have another dimension. Prana, you have another dimension called mind. Mind emotes. Mind receives all signals. Mind receives all stimuli. It responds, but it's always in the flux. It should be guided, intellect. But each one varies. How do they vary? Each one have their own footprints brought from the past life. They are called vasanas. And beyond, and all these various things where they're there, they should be coordinated. There should be a coordinator from whom they have come, and that is God. So from bottom, you see you are God, and from top also you see God alone is there. That is how they explain even the Panchakoshas and the elements. Panchakoshas, Annamaya Kosha, body, Pranamaya Kosha, air, Manomaya Kosha, mind, Vijnanamaya Kosha, intellect, Anandamaya Kosha, vasanas, and Brahman, the womb. That's what you are. So the evolution also is like that. So now the important chapter, what we are going to do, I promised you next 3 weeks, you will have everything interesting, but a small introduction was necessary. I have given it to you. Now we go to the text and see how beautiful the entire thing is there. Atma eva idamagra asit purusha vidaha. Atma alone was there in the beginning. Earlier chapter says there is nothing in the beginning. Naiva eva agra asit. There was nothing in the beginning. Here he says Atma alone is there. After a few chapters, he will say Brahma eva agram asit. Brahma alone was there. Brahma alone was there. Now, what is truth? At one place, he says nothing was there. In another place, it says Atma alone is there. Another place, he says Brahman alone is there. What is the truth? Same Upanishad says. At least in different Upanishads, I can understand. When it says nothing was there before, there was no duality, no thing, nothing to differentiate. It's a complete, undifferentiated, indivisible one where there is nothing second. Therefore, you cannot call it a thing. Therefore, they said nothing was there. Then Atma alone was there. Now, with reference to all the names and forms, its essence is there, Atma. And this Atman alone is the biggest, glorious. In Sanskrit, it means Brahma, biggest and glorious. So therefore, nothing was there when they said this differentiated world was there. Essence of that is Atman, who is in fact Brahman. Who is in fact Brahman. And he, when he created first, he saw, when he took the body, he saw himself all around. I am alone there. He reflected, I am alone there. I am is Saha Aham, Soham. Soham. I am alone there. That's how all of us start introducing ourselves. I am so and so. I am so and so. I am so and so. I am is common to all of us. I am doesn't vary. What is common is the essence. I am so and so is a name and a form. That is different. So this Brahman alone was there, who starts introducing himself. I am, I am, I am. All of us are that I am. So Avibhet. And he saw when he took a body has boundaries. Even Virata Purusha has boundaries. Boundaries is finite. So you get insecure. So he was afraid. So Avibhet, he got frightened. Then, because he is God, direct, not yet become the human beings, he regained his immediately knowledge. No, I am that Brahman. What is there to be afraid of? I am alone there. There is nothing else other than. Only when there is a second thing, I have to be afraid. Dvayat, ditiyat vai bhayam bhavet. Only when there is a second thing, fear should come. I alone am there. Why should I be afraid? Then it felt bored in the body. He said, let me have a companion because I'm feeling bored. And from him itself, he brought a name and a form, divided. One was a male, another was a female. Like you divide a peanut, two halves, he divided. And after division, the male half of peanut wanted to join with the female half of peanut. Because that's natural tendency to make me complete. I am divided. I want to make myself complete. So I run, I chase. When you chase these names and forms, they also run away from you because you are going to eat them, digest them. So this female said, he created me, I am his daughter, how can he run after me? There's a story in Bhagavatam also. So the foreigners who half knowledge, they said Brahma ran after his daughter, and that becomes a big bestseller. Brahma ran after his daughter. You should understand that these things are mystical in their nature. You have to understand. Where is the question of him running after his daughter, where everything is his mind? In my dream, I met a wife. She is me only. Only where there are two different individuals, the morality comes. In my dream, there is no question of morality or immorality because it's all me. Also, you take a wax. From the wax, you make a bridegroom. You make a bride from the same wax. And now bridegroom and bride marry. Is there immorality? When everything comes from me, both man and wife, there is no immorality there because it's all me. So this whole thing is explained how creation starts. First he was alone, then he wanted a maid because boring. He created out of himself, and when it starts running, he chased. It took different forms. First it was a cow, then was a mule, then was an elephant, went on, different species came. All this was told to us, not for graphic details, for us to understand this is how creation develops. One after the other, creation develops. You run after something, and then for you that's not enough. You develop, you evolve. You evolve. That's how the evolution takes place. The varieties take place. And then, having said all that, he says that even the gods were created when he rubs his hands. From the Virata Purusha, creates these gods also. There is a small humor there in the Upanishad itself. Virata Purusha is a limited human being, though he identifies with the totality. He says, I created God. I created God. He is superior and immortal. God created me. I am mortal. I am better than God. Upanishad itself says that in a humor. That's in fact the truth. You created God. He is more powerful, much better. God created you. You are miserable. You understand? So this knowledge, how does it help? Understand whom you want to be. First, the world that you want to be is yourself. Then whom you want to be is yourself. The God itself is you. Because you, from your mind only, you created him. God is a product of your mind. So, the entire creation and the creator is yourself, Srashta and Srishti. Now, if this is the case, I will just go back to the thing because we have to personally see how does this help. If I am the creator and the created, somebody has cheated me. Who is that somebody? It's only you. Who can cheat you? Somebody has hurt me. Somebody has humiliated me. These are the things that worry us. People cheat us, people humiliate us, people hurt us, right? And he is big, I am small. His life is good, my life is bad. All these are creations of your mind. The essence is God. How can you say? Because if I don't explain this, after this, all questions will be only this. How can you say all are mine and I can ignore people cheating me, people hurting me? How can I ignore that? Don't ignore as an individual. When you identify and say, how can I? You mean the individual. As an individual, the other individual, you follow the rules of the transactional world. But in your understanding, that is also me, this is also me, all are God mono acting. Therefore, what happens? You don't have bitterness, enmity, agitations because somebody cheated you. You know, all this is a drama played by God. You have that understanding that God alone is my enemy. God alone is the one who cheated me, who humiliated me. You have no bitterness. You have no this thing. So you are peaceful. But in the relative world, you do what has to be done without bitterness. You have to protect your interest as an individual. Do it. Go to court. Do that. But inside, you should know this is all the play of the Lord. No bitterness, no enmity. Inside, no bitterness, no enmity, no anger. Outside, transactional world, you do what has to be done. With this, what happens? Your outside world moves, your mind is calm, not agitated, and in a calm, quiet mind, God reveals. Your enemy is your own mind, because that alone takes off your peace, because it creates a friend and an enemy. One or two masters have said, including Gurudev, nobody can take anything from you which you have not already taken from others, because when you came to this world, you did not bring anything. So when you leave, you are not going to leave poorer than what you came. Poorer than what you came. You are never going to lose anything. Right? So all this needs reflection, understanding, acceptance. At the same time, in the relative world, do your duty to protect your interests. But do not have bitterness. Do not complain. Do not compare. Somebody is this, I am this. God is playing two roles, different roles. It's all God. Why are you comparing? And even if you compare, that big man whom you are comparing, he can never become you. So to that extent, you are great, because he can never become you. You are feeling, I cannot become him. He also cannot become you. Number one. Number two, whatever may be your situation bad, if you discover unconditional love for all, you become immediately God. Who can be greater than you? If you discover unconditional love for all, you immediately become God. And who can be greater than you? Is it not in our control to love all? To love all unconditionally? How can you be second to anybody? How can you be second to anybody? All that I talked, please listen again and again, reflect, because this is your life. This understanding completely changes your dimension. You are all the time thinking, I've been unfortunate, I've been cheated. All these things vanish Because when you discover, I can surpass all by my love, through my love, through my unconditional love, I become God. I don't need anything else. There is a saying, thoughts are thick when love is thin. Thoughts are thick. Faults. Thoughts are thick when love is thin. So it now says the Virata Purusha describes. You are the Virata Purusha also. Because in you, every cell is a hologram of the universe. Medically, it is said, every cell in us is a hologram of the universe. So, if the concept of Virata Purusha is the one who identifies with all names and forms, you identify with all names and forms, you are Virata Purusha. And then, for your convenience, you divide the world into three divisions: mind, speech, and prana. On meditation, you find that all these mind, speech, prana, gods are also your mind. Therefore, again the three become one. One became three, and then the three becomes one. Tadveda tarhi avyakritamasid. In the beginning, it was not divided, only names and forms, potential were there. In the wax, the potential name and form, dog, house were there. But it was not divided. And when it is divided, as though the wax had entered into that name and form, dog, house, and all that. Wax has not entered, but it appears as though, because the names and form potentially were there earlier in that wax. Right? And now, in all that you create, wax, horse, house, elephant, all that you create, what is there inside all that? Wax only. He says, this Vishwambaraha, Vishwambara Kudayehi, in all that there is only God. How? For us to understand, it's not to be taken literally. Like a razor is put in its case, he has entered. But there is no real entry. It's only for us to understand. As a razor is put in its this thing, but when it identifies with each name and form, in our view, if you think that you are the hand, you are the leg, you are the head, it's not complete. You are not complete. You have to know that you are the same in the hand, in the leg, in the head, and all that. That is complete. Similarly, when I know my friend, my enemy, the elephant, the tiger, the one who cheated, all that as different, your knowledge is incomplete. It becomes complete when you know yourself to be all that. That knowledge becomes complete. Therefore, you should not invoke, worship either God or you to be parts, partial. You should invoke God in you, or you should understand yourself to be the God. Therefore, it says, Atma eva upasita. You should worship yourself as Atma, the essence. And one who says he is different, I am different, he says he doesn't know. One who believes in duality, plurality, multiplicity, differences, he doesn't know the truth. If you want to feel all power, all knowledge, all happiness, you should know yourself in your completeness. Therefore, do upasana, meditation, and become that. That's called Atma Eva Upasita. This is called Vidya Sutra. It's called Vidya Sutra. Then it says, why is this Atma I should do Upasana? What is so great about this Atma that I should do Upasana to that? Why should I feel that? It says, because this Atma is dearer than everything else. No, my dearest is my son. My dearest is my son. I love him more. You love him more because he is your son. So you are important. You don't love other sons. He gives you happiness. So you are greater than the son, wife, children, the house and all that. But more of this in more details, in more beautiful way, come in the next class. That is the essence of the entire Brihadaranyaka. It's called Maitreya Brahmana. That we'll see next class. Here he just gives a hint. Why you should do Upasana of the Atman? Because you are greater than all these. Greater than wife, greater than children, greater than house, greater than wealth. And you are the Lord. Therefore, Atma is the Lord. Therefore, you should do Upasana. And through Upasana, you will know you are everything. You are everything. What is everything? What am I? It says 4:10. Brahma va yadavagra asit. Brahman, God alone, was there in the beginning. Tada Atmanam eva avet. It knew itself to be Aham Brahmasmi iti. In this comes the 4:10 Mahavakya Aham Brahma Asmi. I am that Brahman. Tasmat Sarvam Abhavat. Brahman alone was there. And he knew I am Brahman. Therefore, what happened? Through this knowledge, because Brahman is all, I am all. Why? You see, 2 points he has given. In 4:7 he said, you should do Upasana as Atma alone, not in parts. Atma eva upasita. What will I get? Because that is dearer than everything else. Then, by knowing that, you know all. How? Because only Brahman was there, and that Brahman I was. Since everything is Brahman, knowing Brahman, I know all. I know all. Tadyo va devanam prati abuddhita saeva tadabhavat tam rishinam. And that Atman alone is all sages, all gods, and then he was the son, Sun. He was Manu, and he alone was there. And he who does not know this, he puts another humorous one. Earlier I told you some humorous one he put, I created God. Now another humorous one he puts. He says, if you do not know this God, what will happen? You become a bakara to all gods. Because they can exploit you. Gods means not Brahman. All the other devatas. Why? because you don't know you are Brahman, you want several things, you go to temple and say, I want this, I want that. You go to pray. What do the gods do? In the temple, the gods other than Brahman, the temple's gods are all murtis. When you take a murti, you have hunger. Because prana pratishtha was done, gods also need food. That is why in temples, bali is given. Modern days, because of Sri Shankaracharya, that old bali is not given, but food is given 3 times in the temples. That's called bali. Bali pitas are there in every temple. Right? So, you go to temple, you pray, oh God, I want this, I want that. God says, okay, take it. Why does it say take it? Because you should bring him the food. You should come, give him the coconut, you give him the plantain, you should bring. He needs your food, so he gives you some boons. So what happens? He is counting who all has come today. Friday, he should be coming. Mr. Reddy has not come. He feels one is missing. Saturday, oh, Mr. Iyengar has not come. Missing. He counts because he needs his food, gods. So he gives the example. This is like somebody has sheep. One sheep missing, he gets worried. One sheep missing, he gets worried. Oh, yo, my sheep is missing. Gods also, if you don't know this knowledge, you feel these gods can give you this, can give you that. You pray to them for this and for that. You are like a sheep to them. And when you don't go there, they feel as terrible as the shepherd feels when a sheep is missing. So if you want to be a sheep, don't know how to know this knowledge. If you want to not to be a sheep, better have this knowledge. What is the knowledge? I am Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. And then it says, creation Virata Purusha, it started. He was alone, he wanted a mate, and then that mate started running, and then it became different forms. Through that, he multiplied each form, mule, horses, and all that. All that he said. Now, what about the Devas? Devas are also produced from him. And these Devas also have the 4 castes, Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Shudra. Humans also have Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya. Why did he create? Because he wanted. Virata Purusha wanted. The cosmos wants it. What is a Brahmana? One who thinks, one who guides, one who teaches is a Brahmana. You have the Brahmana head. Your head is a Brahmana. Purusha Suktam says this. Your head is a Brahmana. Because you need to think. Society needs it. Virata Purusha needs it. So he created Brahmanas. In the Devas also there are Brahmanas. Brihaspati is a Brahmana. Agni and all that. They are all the Devatas, and then Indra is the Kshatriya. Like that, even the Devas, there are castes. In the humans also caste, because caste, as Swamiji says, is a caste. You know, iron casting is a mold according to the vasanas. If you are a thinker, if you are sattvic, you are called a Brahmana. It's not by mere birth. You are a Brahmana if you are a thinker. If you are earning, you are a Vaishya. You need food, you have to earn. You are a Vaishya. If you are following rules, Dharma, you are a Kshatriya. Or protect Dharma. If you are serving all, you are a Shudra. Your head thinks is a Brahmana. Your shoulders, Kshatriya. Your stomach, Vaishya. Your feet, Shudra. Now which part is great, which part is less? You need all these things. So you need a Brahmana, you need a Kshatriya, you need a Vaishya, you need a Shudra, and all that is you. You created for your need. You created for your need. There is no superiority, there is no inferiority. Kanchi Mahaperiyava says this. Caste system was created for the integral society, but the Brahmins left their job of guiding, teaching, and took to other professions and felt superior. Therefore, they have been now sidelined. First, they are not doing the duty. Second, they felt superior. Mahaperiyava said, nobody is superior, nobody is inferior. You need all. And when I went to some Christian meeting, they thought they can incite me and said, you see, your Shastras say, because they know I am not a Brahmin, they thought they can incite me. Your Shastras say Brahmin is the head, you are the feet Shudra. I said, this is devil quoting the scripture. I told that Christian. I said, no feet ever prostrate to the head. It is the head that prostrates to the feet. It is the head that prostrates to the feet. Head touches the feet. Feet doesn't touch the head. So this is all half knowledge. You are all. You need all. And feet is the thing on which the entire edifice stands. Feet is the truth on which the entire edifice stands. So there is no superiority, there is no inferiority. Virata Purusha created this. Still he felt incomplete because 100 incomplete, finite things cannot give you fullness. Only knowledge can give. Only knowledge can give. Virata Purusha, having created all the species, all the castes, all the devas, felt incomplete. He became complete only through knowledge. For this only it said, you and I have to do several things for our living. Good. Not only living, you have to produce for the welfare of all. Number 2. Number 3, you can give without loving, but you cannot love without giving. So if you love, you have to give. So to give, you produce. All that you do, but you know all that is for transactional world, relative reality. You cater to my body, mind, intellect, like I take care of my car and mobile and all that, but they are not me. You should have this knowledge. I am that Brahman. I don't depend on them. They depend on me. They depend on me. I don't depend on them. This is the knowledge that can release you from all your imperfections, from all your injustices that you meet, from all humiliations. This knowledge you should have. The same thing will continue in the next 2 classes with different portions of the Upanishad. Now, any questions are there? Last week I missed. You can ask.
Uncle, today you talked about the Panchakoshas, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell a little more about the Panchakoshas and how is
Sir?
it layered and
Yeah.
what is the process to penetrate those or even understand the framework and then penetrate them?
Yeah. You see, what you see outside is the grossest because you are seeing. What you see is gross. Body is gross. And what is the essence of the body? Food. Therefore, it's called Annamaya Kosha. And this Annamaya Kosha is maintained immediately by all physiological activities. Even the food has to be taken. Taking is called prana. And sent to all parts, that's called apana. Digested, called samana. Distributed, vyana. Thinking. All this needs thinking, udana. So all these 5 physiological activities, even in the case of food, support the body. That is the next layer, pranamaya. All this needs first to feel the hunger. You have to do this. The mind, manomaya kosha, it has to be guided what is right food, what is wrong food. Vijnanamaya kosha. Each differs, and that is the Anandamaya kosha, your vasanas. Your vasanas. But all of them, without connecting to the consciousness, life cannot exist. This life, this consciousness is the real you, whom the Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya serve, from whom they have emanated. Yatova yamani bhutani jayante, yena jatani jivanti, yat prayanti abhivashanti, from whom they have all emanated, in whom they stay, into whom they merge. That is you. That is womb. Womb, vasanas, Vijnanamaya kosha, Manomaya kosha, Pranamaya kosha, you. And what? Originally you were there, then for your sake you created. They are all only your creations. That means they are only mental, not real. Not real. But when it comes to transactional world, even if it is imaginary, you need to get imaginary food, you have to work. Right? And also there is one more logic Shastras give. When there are different parts combining, they are meant to serve one. House, roof, walls, floor, doors. It's an assemblage of matter. Where there is an assemblage of matter, there has to be a master. Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, assemblage of matter to cater to you, the Brahman. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Narayana. Anybody else, please? Okay. We close?
Also, Uncle, thank you. I like the discussion in caste. It was very interesting.
God bless you, sir. God bless you. Hari Om. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you all.
Thank you, Uncle.
Hari
Thank
Om.
you,
God
Uncle.
bless you
Thank
all.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Ayun.
Hari Om.
Thank you, Uncle.